Okay, I'm really excited about today's video because I have a list of places that I would love to thrift at, and today's video is all about going to one of them. So let's go thrifting at the Stormville Flea Market.
I always tell myself I'm doing fine. I don't need help, just need a little time. And I've been so patient, quietly waiting for someone my type to come over. But maybe I won't ever be enough. Maybe I'm not meant to find love. Cause maybe if I was, there would have been someone already in my life. When is it my turn? Cause all my friends are falling in love. My turn. Been waiting just a little too much for someone to tell me I'm the one. When is it my turn to feel a little love in my life? My turn. Cause I've been feeling lonely at night, wondering if my question's being heard. When is it my turn? Cause I've been trying not to be complicated, let them understand how I'm operating. Or maybe I'm a little awkward lately and I don't know what I should do. Another year and I'm still alone. My mom's the only one who ever rings my phone, asking when I'm gonna find the one to hold. When I have been wondering too, wondering who's gonna come out of the blue, love me like I ever knew. My turn. Say I'm the one that they choose, say that they'll love me and they'll never move on. That's all I want, but no one comes. No. When is it my turn? Cause all my friends are falling in love. My turn. Waiting just a little too much for someone to tell me I'm the one. Cause I've been trying not to be complicated, let them understand how I'm operating. Or maybe I'm a little awkward lately and I don't know what I should do. Another year and I'm still alone. My mom's the only one who ever rings my phone, asking when I'm gonna find the one to hold. When I have been wondering too, wondering who's gonna come out of the blue, love me like I ever knew. My turn. Say I'm the one that they choose, say that they'll love me and they'll never move on. That's all I want, but no one comes. No. When is it my turn? Cause all my friends are falling in love. My turn. Waiting just a little too much for someone to tell me I'm the one. When is it my turn to feel a little love in my life? My turn. Cause I've been feeling lonely at night, wondering if my question's being heard. When is it my turn? When is it my turn? Wondering if I ever hear those words.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with Stormville. Now, Stormville, I didn't get a lot of stuff from, just based on the prices that I was seeing. Great stuff, but on my kind of budget, I'm probably not the person that they're looking for. But because I didn't pick up a lot of stuff, I did splurge on one piece. It was this piece. So there were actually two vendors who had this kind of style stool. The first one that I saw, I believe the stool was $55. And this vendor had it originally for $60, said there was a sale going on, and was $40. So out of the two prices, this was the better deal. So I really love this piece. It's definitely a solid piece. It's very heavy. Really have been enamored with stools in general. But when I saw this stool, instantly drawn to it. I gave myself the encouragement at that point to just go for it because I probably wasn't going to get another opportunity to find it at that price. It's a very sturdy piece too. I can sit on it no problem. It's not going to break on me, thankfully. So like stools like these are really cool to style on top of, have next to a couch. So I'm currently like kind of thinking of all the things that I could do with this. So splurge for me definitely, but I do think it was worth it. $40. I've spent $40 on smaller items. This is definitely the moment where I was like, I'm gonna treat myself and I'm not gonna feel bad about it either because we drove all the way there and I want to leave with something good. And the last thing that I picked up at Stormville was this mirror right here. It's a small mirror. I really love the fact that it was a small mirror, a different size than what I have. I've been looking for smaller type mirrors for my mirror wall, and man, has it been a challenge. So I've been working on my mirror wall maybe 2 months now, and this is only the second mirror I found, but it is really exciting when you do find something that you really love. So when I found this, I was like, yes, this was kind of just like perfect for me. So thankfully it does have a wire. When I originally picked it up though, I thought it would be a great vertical mirror. However, the fact that it is horizontal instead just means that I have to kind of like maneuver it around. Again, I'm only working with 2 mirrors, so probably not a problem for me at this point. So again, this is clearly like an older style mirror. This is solid wood frame. It has some age spots, discoloration on the mirror itself. It's kind of like fading in a few areas, which I absolutely love. Just love the fact too that the frame is not perfect. You can see that the stain has faded away in some spots. When I asked the price for it, it was only $10. I walked by so many booths at this point. It was a mirror, so I figured I'd ask. Honestly, when the vendor said $10, I did not hesitate. I pulled out the $10 bill because at that point, I had seen so many things that I liked that were just not in my price range. So this was the only other thing that I got at Stormville. Despite that though, I'm so glad that I actually got to even go to Stormville and see what it was like. It was probably the biggest flea market I've ever been to, so it was a great road trip though. But honestly, this would be a very disappointing haul if there were only 2 things to show you. So a few weeks later, I actually went back to my local flea market and actually was pleasantly surprised with all the things that I found. So let's start off with the books. I managed to find more vintage books, which I'm super excited about. So when I saw the vendor literally had a whole table full of old books, and I asked how much they were. So he basically said $1 each, but if you pick out 6, I'll give you for $5. So naturally, I looked for 6 books that I wanted. As you can tell, I probably went with a color scheme. That green is just really catching my eye these days. I'll quickly go through the books. So this book, I actually really loved the color of it. It's like a taupe, but I feel like it's erring on the side of a mauve color. Man, I've seen some really beautiful transformations with the mauve color, but I'm also not brave enough to actually like do that in my home. So instead I picked out a book. It has the uneven pages that I really love, although it doesn't look like it's terribly old. Again, really loved it. Love the artwork on the front too. And yeah, it's just a really cute book. This second one is called The Man Behind the Book by Henry Van Dyke. This one just seemed old. It actually had like this feel. The pages actually remind me of a Bible. Honestly, I really fell in love with the spine of it. Like, that is gorgeous. What? Like, this is one of the first ones that I grabbed and I was just like, yes, I need to have this one in my life. Also, very easy print to read too. The next one, okay, so this one was printed in 1913, which is surprising that it's in such good condition for 1913. And copyright was originally in 1902. Again, love the artwork on it. I think it's really cute. And this is just a really gorgeous green. And we have this book right here. Very aged pages, very worn, weathered look of the overall book. Honestly, I love that though. But the actual book itself is in really good condition. So it's faded, but not falling apart, which is actually a rare combination for me to find when it comes to vintage books. So all for that. Then we have the early poems of Whittier. So this is 1887, although I don't know if this has been reprinted at all. I love reading stories in general, but love poems as well. Kind of cool that I actually found this. Last but not least is this green book. So I just found this in the book itself. The book is on this with the pricing. This is kind of cool though. All my books, I'm really excited about the books. 6 vintage books for $5 in total. Can't beat that in my opinion. Next up is this little picture right here. So this was just a cute piece I happened to stumble across and walk by. I asked how much it was because it looks like a much older picture. I was expecting $3 to $5 and knowing that that's a really good deal. This picture though was only $1, which I thought was an incredibly good price. Honestly, I've been looking for artwork every time I go anywhere thrifting. Artwork in particular that kind of has this more like brown paper. It has more of like a vintage old aesthetic that I really just want to like capture in each room if I can. I will say I was smitten with it. It's a little girl with a dog by the water. Just thought it was really cute. The backing too has some information. It says G. Souter Art Store and Manufacturer of Picture Frames. My mom and I agreed. $1 was really good. I was expecting to pay more than that and was happy with the price. So this is currently on my coffee bar in my kitchen. If you've seen that makeover, that shelf needed something and I was really happy to kind of put it on the shelf. So I do like the way it's styled though, but I also move things around often. So I wouldn't be surprised if this somehow ends up on a wall somewhere down the line. Okay, next up is this stoneware piece. So this one was also styled on my coffee bar. I put some kind of like red florals in it. I think the color contrast was actually really nice. It played well with each other. Stoneware pieces like these, I'm always gravitating towards. I haven't found one that's actually brown. This is really pretty. Also, brown is a very easy neutral to work around with and kind of like utilize in different ways. This one was a definite grab, especially when I saw the price. The price was only $5, which I thought was really good price again for stoneware. But I really love the fact that it's just got like this spot right here that where it looks like faded, but I love it all just the same. So this one was a good grab for me, and most likely I will continue to use it as a vase. I think it's pretty cute styled as is. So I saw these and I told myself, I don't need more. But then I saw this one and I was just like, okay. I'm not gonna lie, impulse control was a little bit lower than I wanted it to be today. You know what? I decided that it was a deal. For $10, I got all of these, and I do have these single wall sconces. I absolutely love my pair, and I do recall quite a few people mentioning that they were interested in finding candle wall sconces themselves for their home. So maybe you see where I'm going with this, but these two right here are going to be a giveaway. So if you're interested though, all you have to do is like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and in the comments let me know where you would put these in your home. As far as I could tell, solid brass, they are slightly different. I feel like they were probably made by two different makers, but more or less the style is the same. It's a very simple, really cute addition to the wall. So hopefully these can find a good home, and hopefully someone will cherish them. So if you're interested, definitely enter. And the other one was actually the one that I was originally drawn to because it's a single wall sconce. It is this one. I had the idea of having a candle wall sconce to the mirror that I have on my foyer. I've yet to actually find one, and I didn't want to break up an actual set because it didn't make sense to me to actually do that. But for some reason, I wanted a single wall sconce next to the mirror. Not sure why, just did. Saw this one, and it is a different color from the mirror itself, but I'm gonna work with it. This one's brass, it's pretty, it's a style that I haven't seen before. Honestly, I needed to pick it up though. I had bought one and tried to repair it. Unfortunately, it failed though. Should have known, I'm not a welder, but loved it so much. Last but not least, are these bell bookends. Okay, now I need to just do this. Okay. Yes, I love it. I definitely didn't have this in mind when I saw these bookends. I was just like, oh, these are cute bookends. I have been looking for matching bookends. Honestly, I love the fact that it's wood and brass all in one. Two of my favorite things. I will say they probably will stay on the shelf and not move around because obviously they do have working bells, which is great. It's really cool. But also understand that it can get really annoying after some point. But honestly, really cool pieces. Really love too that the bells themselves are like hooked on this like C-shaped bar. I don't know why, but that's adorable to me. Really cute, sturdy pieces, great bookends. So I'm actually really excited that I found a pair of bookends. So the vendor told me $10, and I thought that was a really good price for them. Happy to pick these ones up. It's very ironic too that the most I spent at this flea market for one item was $10, whereas the cheapest I spent on one item at Stormville was $10. I think honestly Stormville is great for resellers. Clearly, so many people have so many great stuff that they were trying to sell there. Fortunately, for a frugal person like me, it just wasn't made for me, but that's okay because I still found stuff. Honestly, happy. So that's the end of this haul. So if you liked this video or if you liked anything from the haul, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up. Again, if you're interested in winning these candle sconces, make sure to like, subscribe, and in the comments below, let me know where you would put them in your home. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. But I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for thrifting with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.